Why is it a 2? That's weird. Okay, whatever.
Sorry, Eloy. Sorry.
Sorry.
You gotta wait, son. Is that the song you want for the intro? No.
Give me more.
Britney Slews. Oh God, over the years and time in my life, I've seen so many things, and those things I've seen have not compared to what I see in front of me right now, which is the future of gaming and the voice of tomorrow. Welcome to the Bad Inputs podcast.
Elect Tokyo Shorty as your president.
I don't know why I said all that.
Yeah, it was very like politically speech-wise.
Holy butternut pancakes, lads and lasses. How's everyone doing?
Oh, good.
Great. Fantastic.
How about yourself?
Waiting for this update to finish. Other than that, tired. I didn't get to catch my damn Taurus.
Does this usually happen with this damn Xbox?
Well,
I'm still waiting to figure out what console I want. This is not.
Don't get it.
In all fairness, no and yes.
So it's almost every time.
Yeah, because we don't really
tease me with these riddles.
We don't really boot it up as much.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I didn't expect every individual game to have an update that's needed for itself.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Welcome to the PS3 era, where you get updates and firmware updates out the ass.
Oh my god!
For no reason.
I did not realize the PS3 updated that much.
It's a joke. It's enough for it to be a joke.
Yeesh. Wait, so did you catch that Taurus? I saw your tweet. You were up at 6 a.m. trying to catch Taurus.
No, I cannot find the damn Taurus. It always pops up as the third thing in the list. Like, it's near me. I drive by a Starbucks and a Circle K. I call it the Cirque, as the cool kids call it. I was driving by the Cirque, and all of a sudden I see a Butterfree shadow and a Taurus shadow. And this is like in the past 2 weeks in general. And I hate to start the podcast off like this because I know people don't hear about Pokemon Go enough. So I'm going to nut in your ear about this. I couldn't find it though. But I did find a Charmander next to a school. Not to sound creepy.
Yeah.
But it was just random.
And diddled a kid for a Charmander.
I still haven't found it yet. It's another one, which kind of sucks.
There's a second Charmander?
No, but there's a shit ton in Texas. I thought it was going to spawn again where I found it. So I can get a Charizard.
Why are all the Charmanders in fucking Texas?
It's hot.
Do we have Squirtles because it's a beach city, bruh?
I got to star you from an
really,
egg.
What really pops up around here is the motherfucking EVs. The EVs.
No, fuck the EVs.
Oh, EVs and Pidgeys and rats.
You suck my dick.
I think it's just in different areas. Many different, the popular Pokemon will, be different kinds in a different area.
Well, that's one good thing about the update is that little by little, the Pokemon that keep showing up end up being not so common anymore, and we get different ones. Which is why I thought I was going to shit my pants when I saw a Rapidash in someone's backyard.
Oh!
And I saw the Rapidash. No, I saw the Arcanine one yesterday driving by Starbucks. They pop up in the morning.
Oh, that's so cool. I would definitely kill to have one of those Pokemon. All I got is one Ponyta. That's all I've gotten.
Hunting, man.
Dude, it's fucking hot.
You gotta do your work.
That's why, he went at 6 a.m. where it was it's actually tolerable outside. It's nice today.
I go in the evening, 7, 8 o'clock.
That's what I'm saying.
Ride my bike up and down.
But that's my fucking problem, though, is, I wake up, so I stream too late to wake up early. So I'm always constantly in that time where it's fucking hot outside.
I'm not saying I go, in the morning.
I do. I go.
I would do both.
I go 5 a.m. I go 5 a.m.
Holy shit.
Because that's the time I wake up. So
yeah, exactly.
That's good old for me.
I should just fix my sleep schedule so that I wake up at 5 a.m. But my sleep schedule's fucked. I went to bed at 3 a.m. last night. After going to bed at 8 a.m. the previous night. After going to bed at 6 a.m. the previous night.
I saw your tweet. You said, finally, midnight stream. I was like, what the fuck?
No, I said finally not a midnight stream. I was like, fucking finally, I'm not streaming at midnight for once in my life. Fucking Jesus. All right. This is a gaming podcast.
Yeah. Luckily, I'll put just informative shit on the screen, like a donkey's butthole. I think you put that on YouTube. It's fine.
Donkey's butthole?
Donkey's butthole? For educational purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to put something in that jackhole. But behind me, is this the big bodacious board of news, which is
bouncing booty board of
small font edition.
Bar shit.
So first up, we got. Oh yeah! Oh, I don't know why I said it like that.
Oh yeah!
Overwatch Summer Skins for Rio Olympics 2016. Ole, ole, ole.
Ole, ole.
Ole.
What is that? Explain that to me.
The Olympics?
Yeah, no, not the Olympics.
Okay.
The Olympics is an event
Overwatch.
where the
Overwatch.
countries come together in harmony and all compete in games such as speed walking, and that's it.
Each country
Oh,
picks their
alfalfa.
best freaks, and they send them out to one place to fight.
Freaks.
They get a gold medal.
Of your life.
Where all my freaks at? The summer Overwatch skins are coinciding with the 2016 Olympics so that they give the players a little more something to feel. You know, I am
cool.
from Rio de Janeiro, so the fact that Lucio has a
Rio de
Brazilian
Janeiro.
Brazilian skin, it's good for me. It's a nice little aesthetic for the players. And they put in a Rocket League-esque game that's called Lucio Ball also into the game.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It's really fun.
You play with Lucio's balls.
Yeah,
Just
you
like
do.
kick balls around.
That's pretty much it.
It's like soccer.
Yep. It's like, so have you ever played Rocket League? Have you ever played that game, Eloy?
Car
No.
soccer.
You just gave me the most blank stare. Like,
I know, I'm like-
no idea.
I don't know. Several different things popped up in my head. Is it like the little car game, like a little toy car, and you go around and like you
Hit the ball.
hit the ball? And
Yeah.
Oh, that game's so fun.
Yeah,
good.
that game's awesome. So it's basically that, but with Lucio.
Yeah.
So they take away the normal shooting that he does, and then he has his little like shotgun blast, his little like, and then he's got his ultimate, and then he just punches the ball. But like, but there's like little pads on the ground, so like if you you can use your speed up thing too, so you can like there's like a little trampoline that you can like shoot across the stage, or like when you go on the wall, you go like actually move faster.
Okay.
And so it's like it gives you all these options to like increase your speed. It's fun. It's not like but it's fun to a point where it's not like the weekly. So like Overwatch itself, this is my opinion personally. Like, I don't want to go into too much rant. Like the game itself is the most fun to me. Like Overwatch, the shooting game, Overwatch that game. This game's fun, but I probably have fun with it for about an hour, and I'm like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah, it's a replacement for the weekly brawls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they said expect a lot more last minute, crazy like fan event things to be happening along the course of the year.
Stuff. Okay.
I like that.
So there's potential for it to get better.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? It might do something for the NBA. It might do something NFL.
I would love
That'd be
that.
really cool.
That would be cool.
I would
Okay,
absolutely be down for that.
Snowball fight with May in the winter.
Oh.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. That's
No,
awesome.
it's cool. No,
Yeah,
it's
that'd be awesome.
whatever.
Slingshot.
No, May should be dead.
I promise you.
She's one of the best characters.
She's
in the game.
fucking shit.
not the best.
That character's a piece of shit.
If not the best.
Characters-
She is the best.
She's garbage.
I promise you next year in the May.
Ha!
It has to be. It's going to be May for a weekly brawl.
It's
Like,
gonna happen.
it has to happen.
We
Yeah.
should just call Justin Timberlake just to, play it as May.
That fool got like
It's
the.
gonna be May.
He got the Artist of the Decade award at the Teen Choice Awards.
Really?
He just looked like an old muff, just sitting amongst all the teens.
He's aging now, so it's kind of weird.
It's a trip
Yeah.
You guys see Kobe Bryant get a golden slime shower?
from the where.
That's what they called it.
From where?
The Teen Choice Awards.
I thought it was like Nick Choice
Or the
Awards.
Kids Choice Awards.
I
or
was like,
whatever.
oh god.
Slime shower.
I was like, what the fuck?
That's just a golden shower.
Exactly. He was covered in gold, but they literally titled it like Kobe covered in a golden slime shower, and I'm like, don't
Yeah, they wanted
don't
to.
put that there.
You gotta immortalize
Call
him
it something
somehow.
else.
You don't immortalize him by fucking pissing on him,
In
basically.
gold.
Slimy
It's still
piss.
piss.
What do you think they call the Midas touch?
That time that your Uncle Midas touched you in a place when you were like 7, and then you suppressed it.
Actually,
That's rape.
the first time.
Yes, that is correct.
Nothing about funny about that. The first time I think I saw something about Midas was this horrible Disney cartoon, and it's you get the touch, you turn everything to gold, and then Donald Duck just tried to eat, turned it to gold, dress, turn it to gold, try to go swimming, that shit turned to gold. I was like, what kind of nightmarish devil situation is this for a kid's cartoon that's going on in my life? I was like, I never ever want the Midas touch. Don't give me that.
Kids,
Take it back.
I'd have the Midas touch in my pinky.
No, you have to. It's everything. All your fingers.
No.
You want to
Just my
finger
pinky.
some
Just my
woman?
pinky. I would make sure.
She's gonna turn to
that-
gold.
I would make sure that I have a little glove just for my pinky.
No,
And
that's
then
gonna
once
turn
I'm
to
ready
gold.
So you're fucking Rogue
As soon
from
as-
X-Men, but you
Pretty
just
much.
turn shit into gold.
Yeah,
But as soon as you
Like,
pick
say,
up
I
the
have my
glove-
I'm like, yeah, bitch.
The glove. As soon as you pick up the glove, it's gonna turn to gold.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you
you
touch
can
the
touch it.
glove.
That's because the glove is like gold proof.
Yeah.
At this certain age in my fantasy, there will be technology that can make things gold.
But it's magic. It's not just gold proof. It's
no,
fucking
no.
some magic bullshit that
It'll
occurs.
touch my skin and yeah, it's not. It's not gonna turn.
Well, because
gold.
it's you. You can't touch because you're already touching you technically.
Oh God, yeah, don't touch yourself.
Sometimes it's 5%. Oh.
Your beep will turn into fucking
my
gold.
gold.
So then I would turn my whole body into gold.
Can that paint is you who
right.
How do you
gold?
use the bathroom if you can touch everything into gold?
No, dudes use the bathroom without hands anyways. Yeah, another update.
Are you kidding me?
We shit you not.
This
I
is
was so
bullshit.
excited.
Nah, don't be.
Xbox.
Don't be.
Oh, oh my lord.
So I have my eyes on this thing that happened. You know, some guy said he caught an Articuno for Pokemon Go.
I heard about
I hate
that.
to go back to Pokemon Go, but
Oh, man.
we gotta go back to Pokemon Go.
We definitely gotta go.
We got some shit we gotta talk about.
He's a bullshitter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But luckily,
no way.
what's not bullshit is that mythical Pokemon are coming throughout 2016. That's right. We're talking Celebi, Jirachi, Darkrai, Manaphy, Shaymin, Arceus, Keldeo, and Genesect. All spread out monthly.
I have no fucking clue what any of those Pokemon
I
are.
know.
Me neither.
I know what
I'm
Mew
excited.
is and Celebi.
I was expecting you to say what's it called? Mewtwo.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all. Mew. It's like the only two I know. Is it gonna be the 150 or a little bit more?
It seems like they're going to the next gen at least a little bit, but they're definitely. I think they're waiting for that to occur, like where it's like, hey, we're gonna make sure we get all the next gen stuff done, but in the meantime, we're gonna release one special Pokemon for each month. So it's just like just to keep people still in this game. It is Jirachi. So this
And
is one
also
of,
to clarify, this isn't for Pokemon Go. It's just for the regular Pokemon games, Omega Red and...
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought this was for Pokemon Go.
Yeah,
God.
I got excited though.
Oh, so this is for the new. Okay.
Yeah, but it's something that they, I guess, do at the end of a gaming cycle for a Pokemon series.
That's usually what it was. Like you caught Mewtwo at the end of Blue and Red.
They just have monthly events that they try to do and get people some rare Pokemon. Oh, it sounds like it's free shit. I'll take it because
Okay.
I'm about to get back into Pokemon soon. Hopefully, I can get a 3DS. So that'd be really awesome to get some free shit.
Fuck yeah.
I love free shit.
I'll also. So this is a weird thing that I learned about Pokemon recently. That there's a Pokemon in the game. It might be you actually might be able to catch him according to that picture. I think it's this one. See this fucker right here?
What
This guy. I don't know what his name is. I want to say it's Arceus. I want to say that's the one. And he's apparently like the one original Pokemon. Like he's basically God.
Oh,
Like
God Pokemon.
he's God. Like he was the first Pokemon and he created all the other Pokemon basically.
What?
Yeah, but
They're
you can't.
doing that too.
But here's the dumb part about it, which hopefully he's in the game. You can't catch him. Why would you put I don't understand. Why would you put a Pokemon in the game who's like this one true Pokemon, but you literally like he's not available in the game? I don't know.
You can't
so you
catch
can't.
a God.
So you
Pokemon,
can't
though.
catch him, but can you obtain him?
No, you can't. Like he's unobtainable. Like
Okay.
you can't. He's just.
Okay.
He's like an enigma. That's what I'm saying. He's like God. You just have to believe he exists.
It's like more
It's
of
fate.
a plot device rather than an actual Pokemon.
Yeah.
It seems like it, yeah.
Okay.
But hopefully that actually changes.
I just want my Mimikyu. Give me my ghost Pokemon, damn it! It's out of all the Pokemon that I could choose as a cute Pokemon, I don't know why I chose the Pikachu wearing a trash bag.
That shit is that.
It's so precious.
It's
What is
terrible.
that?
No,
So
it is
free.
terrifying.
What is that?
I
What
don't
kind of Pokemon?
I
I've
don't
never
get why
heard
people
of
think
this
it's
Pokemon
cute.
before.
This shit is weird looking. What is it
Mimikyu?
called?
A Mimikyu?
Mimikyu.
Isn't there one before like a Pichu?
No.
because it looks like a Pikachu only
It's like a
because
smaller like.
because Pikachu's so widely loved.
Ew.
It thinks that if it looks like Pikachu, it'll be loved also.
Yeah.
And no, look at it. It's creepy.
Aw.
It's like a fucked up scarecrow.
Love it.
No, it's gross.
That's not real.
Look
it's
at
real.
it.
It's
That's
gonna
not a
be
real Pokemon.
Yeah,
Look
it
at
is.
it. If you saw that in the woods late at night, you wouldn't go, "Oh, that's cute." I'd be like, "What the fuck's wrong with that Pikachu?"
Well, yeah, if someone drove a man in the woods with a fucking knife, of course it's gonna look scary.
No, look at it.
Yeah, you're
It's a
picking-
ghost Pokemon.
He's clicking on DeviantArt, folks.
That's a real Pokemon?
Yes.
I'm still not convinced.
Don't pick the scary photos. Don't
They're
pick the
all scary. Look at even the one with the Pikachu nuzzling the fucking Mimikyu.
Oh, goddamn, I'm so excited.
It's so-
You guys are lying. This
I-
motherfucking Ditto.
No, it's
It's a new version of Ditto.
It
pretty much.
basically is, but no, it's a real Pokemon, but it's fucking creepy.
I want to see like a cartoon of it.
Look, I know every
We'll see soon.
I will admit that I'm the odd man out in this opinion. That I'm the one with the technically bad opinion, but I don't care, man. Like it reminds me of mannequins, and mannequins creep me the fuck out.
Oh.
That's why, like, it reminds me of like this faceless death thing. I don't know.
You mentioned Ditto. That's a theory actually going around right now for Pokemon Go that Ditto is hiding as one of the Pokemon in the world.
Oh my lord.
That's just a theory, though. Don't believe that shit.
What would they do with the game with Ditto? Like, how would that work? Like in battles or like?
Well, its only ability is transform. So what it would do is it probably would just transform into the
And
Pokemon
just
that you're
copy
fighting.
its traits.
Yeah.
So you're fighting itself.
Tap away on that screen.
Yep. That's pretty much all you would do. Yeah.
So they took away the footsteps also.
That's so.
Yeah, I know.
So does it
dumb.
bother you guys, or is it whatever? Because for me, didn't really change too much.
I would say personally, it kind of makes the game less engaging because I can't go out and find Pokemon now. Now it's like, oh, it's random. It feels like it's more of a random aspect of the game.
I kind of feel. Oh, hello, buddy.
Was that you too?
Tiger, come here.
Yeah.
Come here, buddy. I feel that the game, I feel like it doesn't really change all that much because even though you're walking in a direction and it says you go this way, now you can go this way. Like, I guess it gives you more of an incentive to explore. But I feel like that itself hasn't been taken away. Just go out. You're just going to walk more. And it does feel more like random encounters. I'll agree with that. But I still feel like it still gives you the sense of adventure. The sense of, anything could happen. Like,
But
and that's
some
kind and
people
that's well, that's what the tall grass was in Pokemon. Are you fucking joking me?
And that hopefully,
That's what I like. So I feel like it's more random. It's just more like, but in a good way. It's more like Pokemon itself, where it's just like you're in the grass and all of a sudden, bam! There's a fucking there's a Abra that you didn't realize was in the grass after finding like 7 Pidgeys and 20 Zubats.
I've heard the reversed opinion. I've heard that because they took away the footsteps or the little tracker thing, it kind of makes it not as fun to play the game because it really just it isn't as easy, and it takes kind of like the whole hunting aspect out of it. It just makes it less engaging. That's all. That's all it is.
Walking through the grasses looking for that.
It's like I want to find that specific Pokemon, not just let's just find a random Pokemon.
It could also be. I've thought about this too. It could also be a response to kind of the shit that was happening earlier, where like people were finding dead bodies, people were trespassing, people were getting hit by cars. Not that that'll change. Not the cars will change, but I feel like people going into places where maybe they shouldn't be is kind of attributed to that. Is where it's like, hey, look, there's this Pokemon I want to find with footsteps.
Kind of take that away.
Yeah, so that now it keeps you on a path where it's like now you're still walking in a city, you're still walking on a designated trail, and you find the Pokemon rather than having to, let's say, go out in the middle of the fucking, the middle of the woods. Let's say, let's say you're in a country that literally has a jungle.
Yeah.
Like, and you live by it. Why would you're gonna go out in the middle of the jungle and possibly get fucking killed by some shit? Like let's say Australia. What if some kid just goes out in the middle of a forest or middle of a fucking jungle or a river and ends up dying because he's trying to catch like one fucking this is obviously the worst scenario. It's not gonna happen all the time, but I feel like this is the thing that they thought of. They're like, people are going in places they shouldn't be, therefore they're getting hurt or finding things they shouldn't. So it's like it's keeping you along a path.
So along your own path, basically. Like if you're on the way to work, you find something. That's,
exactly.
Okay.
And you're not gonna walk into some other fucking person's
building.
building.
Yeah, because it's like right around the corner or wherever it is.
Yeah.
I feel like that's unavoidable.
Yeah.
Like all this is already just.
That's probably true.
I'm gonna just back it on up. I play the game entirely different than probably anybody else.
Why?
The first time I think I actually walked around was yesterday at my alma mater's campus, just trying to look at all the Pokestops and seeing how much experience I can get. That was the first time since the game came out almost a month ago. Other than that, I've been primarily just driving on the way to work and just creeping around my neighborhood, getting some Pokemon. And even with that, I kind of realized that the steps don't mean shit. They never meant shit. I want people getting mad about it, like, when one steps, 2 steps away, they don't mean shit. That the Pokemon are still in the same places that you have the chance of encountering them. 1st to 6, whatever it is, and who's around you. In fact, I think I found more with the patch. I think that's just something different they did. I'm finding more different Pokemon now than I have before, even with the footsteps on it. So I think it's just more of a, what's the word I'm looking for? You just got yourself used to it, and now it's being taken away, and now people just have something to nitpick on. Shit, it's just nitpicking. That's all it is. People, you're gonna find a dead body either way.
It's probably true.
Like you're gonna walk in the track. I saw some guy pulled over off of Wilshire. He was trying to catch a Pokemon, in the middle. That's where all the traffic is, like
Jesus
around 3 or
Christ.
4 o'clock
Yeah,
in the day
yeah,
over
yeah.
here. So it just feels like hell. They might just be making it worse by taking away the footsteps rather than fixing it. But I like the fact they took it out because people want it to be fixed. So if they got to fix it, they got to take it away for just a little bit. That's all they're going to do. It's going to be back.
And another thing, I mean, they have now on the internet is the tracking system. They have a spawn time of each Pokemon and what area it is. So people can look up where the rare Pokemon are, when are they going to spawn, and how long they're going to last.
But see, that's subject to change now. With the update, now the spawns are showing up at different places. Like I said, I had never, in the month that I had Pokemon Go, had seen a Primeape outside my fucking door.
Yeah.
There was a Primeape outside my fucking door. Like, no, it's just, they're definitely changing. I'm sure that they'll still keep some Pokemon around the same areas. I wouldn't doubt it. But I feel like the rarity of the Pokemon isn't going to stay. They're not going to stay in one centralized or a couple centralized locations. They're definitely going to be more spread out because they want people to go everywhere. They don't want people to I don't know. Maybe there could be some problems that would arise from having everybody in a group. Because we've talked about this. Like, let's say there's a Pokestop that's next to a school for kids. So, dude, anybody could literally just fucking stay at that Pokestop, and who knows what could happen.
Yeah. There's a Pokestops or liquor stores, for God's sakes.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Terrible.
It's just
church and liquor stores?
Yeah, they're just... I parked in the church down the street from my house.
Yeah.
Swipe. Got my Pokestop. Dip.
When I was in church, I was like pulling out my phone a couple of times just to get the Pokestop that was there.
Yeah. It's just adding more danger to already dangerous situation. But I don't understand why people are leaving your houses at 1 or 2 o'clock in the fucking morning if you live in Chi-Town or somewhere like that. You just want to go Pokemon hunting. You know damn well that you can get mugged or some shit like that.
Yeah, you know dude. Those are those stupid people's fault. Like, if you're not fucking. You're not smart enough to realize to not go outside at 2 a.m. in a big city, whether it's LA or Chicago or New York. Just, like, come on, dude. Come the fuck on. Like there's a prominent Smash player, I'm not going to mention his or her name, who literally said, I'm out at 3 a.m. trying to catch a Pokemon. Probably not a smart idea, but doing it anyway. And I'm like, you literally said to yourself how stupid it is. If you die, it's your dumb fault.
Guys, I have a confession to make.
What?
A
Comefin?
I got a
Curmudgeon?
Curmudgeon. I've been Pokemon hunting till 4 in the morning once in Newhall.
Okay.
Well, but,
there was like other people there. It was like in the little circle. People. There was like this little.
Like, was it?
It's called the Gauntlet
Barrio?
because there's 3. What?
Barrio.
Barrio?
The Barrio? What the fuck is that?
The neighborhood. Is
Oh,
it the
the
neighborhood?
Barrio? Oh, no. No, ese. No,
No, you won't believe what I saw.
I saw these pack of guys and they act real hard. They're catching Pokemon left and right.
So have you guys heard of
No, Snoop
GPS
Doggy Dog.
spoofing?
What?
Have you guys heard of GPS spoofing?
GPS spoofing? No, I don't know what that is.
I think my game's ready, guys.
So the amount of
Yeah,
GPS
boot it up.
spoofing, I think it's just, I don't know. If I want to just do it without researching shit, because I want to move on from this horrible topic that'll never go away. And I think it's just the game thinking, the game thinking that you're actually walking when you're not, or you're taking more steps or kilometers, or that you're not. And people are probably just fucking with their cellular data to do it. And I guess it's hurting the game because people are leveling up pretty quickly.
Ah, jeez.
So there's our
walking aspect of it.
there's our first exploit of the series.
I felt like that was just inevitable, though. It's just like that's just what happens with every game. Like, no matter if it's a mobile game or a console game or whatever, it's you're gonna find there's going to be some glitch. There's gonna be something that makes it there's some loophole in the game, whether it's like a cheat. Who cares what it is? But it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's if they'll update it and figure it out, whatever. Like it's something that's either temporary, and if it's not temporary, then big fucking deal. You're gonna have a group of people that cheat the game. You're gonna have a group of people that actually go out and walk and enjoy themselves.
Yeah, but then it comes down to gym battles. But like during gym battles and stuff like that, we're gonna see some crazy
I wish
shit.
you would get more experience from gym battles. I think that would be a better,
You don't get experience. Oh, well, maybe they'll change that.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna allow like trading and like trainer battles. So I would imagine that trainer battles are gonna give you some type of like level up. Because my Pokemon, like there's a video on YouTube on Bad Inputs. Go check that out. Of us finding we went to a gym that was near a fucking tree or something near our house, and
Tree of what?
and like we got all our Pokemon were basically wiped there. That were like the top 6, like was it like 6 you picked?
They're
or
all
something
white
like that?
Pokemon?
Yeah.
Yeah, they wiped us. Like, they wiped my roster clean. So, but I didn't get anything out of that. All I got were dead Pokemon that I need to now use revives on. Like, and it's just... That is kind of dumb. I do think that they need to fix something like that. But again, this game's only been out for a month, so we can't rip on it too hard. Let's
rip it on it.
Oh, rip it.
I'm licking it dry.
I'm licking it and ripping it and getting it wrecked.
So this podcast is brought to you guys by Crystal Geyser. It really is not.
Shit water.
Crystal Geyser is one of the best water.
Crystal Geyser sucks.
Hey, you play your video game. Your video game.
Arrowhead is good.
You lost your voice. No, I'm kidding. He has a microphone in his crotch.
There are now only thumbs.
So I want to talk about the next installment of the Five Nights at Freddy's game. The Five Nights at Freddy's sister location that you get the dusty roads on your side. You know what's gonna happen when you. I think it just blacked out for a second. Oh God!
He had a blackout where he rapped out with his cack out.
Oh,
yeah.
So this game is not anything different yet. But the trailer it did something. It touched nerves. It touched nerves in the worst way possible.
It was terrifying. Well, because so from the looks of it, it actually looks as instead of you being in a stationary place, that you actually explore the area, which is even more terrifying. It adds even more to it. I mean, I loved the first games and like how you stayed in one place, but I think this is something everybody has wanted since these games have come out. Is a true horror experience where you actually walk around and explore.
I think that he should have stopped a long time ago. Maybe we just made the first two games. I would have been okay with that. I would have actually played it. But then finding out that another game is coming out just months later. I remember I was in class in March last year. And then big deal about 3, I think, coming out a little before that time. And all of a sudden, an announcement for Five Nights at Freddy's 4 happened in that same classroom. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
No breathing room, huh?
No.
It's all good.
That's kind of one of the things. It's like it's a weird thing that Scott has been doing. Is like, he's kind of doing this thing where it's like, you'll never know when I release it. Like, there's the fucking intrigue to it, blah blah blah. But the thing is it gives, as you said, it gives nobody time to like sit there and digest the game. They sit there and go, is this something I actually enjoy? Is this something that's like has longevity? Whatever it is you're trying to digest, nobody gets the time. Where it's like, oh man, I just played this game. Oh, it's spooky, scary. Oh, well, the fourth one's coming out. Okay, then why would I buy the third one? Yeah. Like, especially if it's an improved formula. Like, the only reason you would buy it is if you're completely into the story aspect of it. Like, that's it. But if you're not into those games, if you're somebody who's like, oh, I played, up to night 2. Like, for me personally, like, played up to night 2 or night 3 once. And then I never played that fucking game again because the game scared crap out of me, and I get the point.
Exactly.
Like, if you're making game after game after game after game, you're giving nobody time to go, do I actually want this?
And he's trying to I understand striking while the tire is hot. I don't care if that's the term or not. But he was doing it by himself, so unfortunately, you kind of have no choice. You want to make that money, you got to keep just piling it on. And I'm guessing he didn't have a long-term plan for it. Maybe he wanted to do the first 2 games kind of spread out.
Yeah.
But then who knows who approached him. There's merchandise in fucking Target. There's possibly a movie being made. So, hey, why not push it? But then the RPG. We don't talk about the RPG.
Ooh, that game is just garbage.
That was not the best thing in the world. But hey. We have 4 games to play and just piss our pants for.
Piss our pants. I mean, it's. I guess I like. It's just kind of one of those things where it's like I just don't care anymore. Like I just like it looks scary. Like if that room that we just saw on Gaff, if that's part of the game, that's scary.
That was nightmarish.
Yeah, it's extremely scary. I'm not saying it isn't scary.
Maybe he'll flip it on his head.
Oh fuck that.
Maybe just walking around. Well, it'll do something to us. Maybe it'll be a combination of the first game of sitting in a room, and then sometimes you have to walk around and do something, then go back to the room, sit down.
That could be it too. Like you have to like make sure that like one part, because it's like showed him crawling in the vents, so maybe he has to like close something off in the vents manually if like whatever computer thing you're doing doesn't work. But it's like Guitar Hero in my where it's like you're making games and they're not bad games. They're not bad, but people are just not going to buy them anymore because they know what to expect. It's like it's something new, but it's still the exact same. I'm still getting jump scared by animatronic animals. Like that's in like in all of this stuff, that's truly all it is. You're getting scared by animatronics.
In the grand scheme of it all, yeah, it's just a continuation of what he thought. What he thought would not work. He thought possibly it'd be a one and done. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, it did not end up being that. It worked. So, oh god, people like Markiplier and YouTubers, they don't really help the situation. We propelled this some bitch forward. Turn it on its side, shine it up real nice, and shove it up everyone's eye holes to see.
You know, here, like let's look at how many views. I would imagine that video has to have over 250,000 or 250 million views.
Yep.
I would imagine. Five Nights at Freddy's. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, no, actually, way less than that. But still, it's at 50 million.
That's a good amount.
That's a ton for a YouTuber that he does get 1 million views on pretty much every video. But that's like to sustain it. Like he probably is aiming for every video to be like 3 million or 4 million. Mm-hmm. If he's at the 50 million on that for a guy of his stature, that's still ridiculous. That's insane. That's like.
That's a musician status
yes.
for a music video on YouTube.
That's exactly what I was going to say. He took the words out of my mouth. Like, that's literally what that is. It's fucking Rihanna or Drake making a music video. Like, that's insane. And that's not going to help. And that's the thing, too, is Markiplier's community. No, nothing against Markiplier. I like him. But his community is, like many YouTubers, like PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye and all that, it's a very young audience. It's a very, like, 14 to, like, 18 is, like, their biggest demographic. So that's where you're going to get the most rabid fans, the most ridiculous fan fiction, some of the most, just irrational fans sometimes. Like just Five Nights at Freddy's, the community is not known for its squeaky clean image. That's all I gotta say.
I don't know about their community.
It's not great.
Rather than just people like, not the like YouTubers, individual communities, or just fans of the game in general.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I didn't even know there was a community.
All right, well,
I know of the certain community, but that's fine. Because I want to talk about a game that I sadly wish it would not come out because we have nothing else to talk about. But No Man's Sky is dropping next Tuesday. And and they already finished their first update. That's okay. That's fine because a lot of things happened. A lot of things happened this week involving a game being bought for $2,000, No Man's Sky, a game being beat in around 30 hours, No Man's Sky, and a lot of exploits being discovered in No Man's Sky, which is why this update kind of had to happen because this dude kind of just, in a good way, told them what's wrong with your game in the beginning. So, lots of balancing coming up for the currency, I think. Fixing what's happening with experience points and whatnot, and hopefully making it.
Hello.
I plead the fifth. I don't want to say anything. I'm not too sure. I was like making it less crappy. For God's sakes, who knows? It's not even that kind of game. Also, it's not supposed to be a giant action game. Nothing too crazy. It's exploration. I want people to keep that in their heads. Also, this game is about exploration. Keep that in your head.
I would say that what No Man's Sky is attempting to do after all the stuff that's come out is it's supposed to be Minecraft the space adventure. To me, that's what it's very like. You go explore, you dig around. There are enemy threats, but you got to be careful about it, and you got to make sure you're not disturbing too much shit. But Minecraft is more like, don't go outside at night because there are zombies and creepers. Mm-hmm. Don't go too down deep into the ground because you'll eventually find hell where there's bats and there's spiders and there's demons and all that type of stuff. So it's supposed to be like explore, but explore with caution, except in space. Like that's kind of where it's at, and I think it is still kind of empty. But then again, it's supposed to be space, so it's like, how do you feel about I wonder what the feelings are going to be when this game comes out, because like space is an empty place. It's vast. It's supposed to be, there's a lot of nothing, but there's a lot of something.
Which is why multiplayer is not really something that's focused on. They don't want you guys to find each other. It's a gigantic game.
Yeah. But how gigantic is it where you can beat it? That's why I'm kind of saying it's very Minecraft-esque, where like Minecraft is a game you can spend thousands of hours on in your lifetime. But if you want to go through the story mode, you beat that shit in hours. Well, I don't know what the Minecraft story. I don't know what it is, so I could be totally off. grill me for that. But but Minecraft story mode, or not story mode because that was a Telltale thing. But their campaign isn't long from what I've seen. It's not a long ass thing to do.
Yeah, the only thing I've seen for Minecraft's campaign is from Summer Games Done Quick a couple of years ago. It was interesting.
How long was the speedrun?
It wasn't that long. I think it was under an hour.
Ah,
Hilarious commentary. No Man's Sky kind of reminds me of Myst.
I've never played Myst, so you gotta explain how Myst works.
Yeah, but I don't want to because I wasn't a fan of those games.
Oh, all right.
And they're puzzle-like, atmospheric as hell, beautiful environments, and you kind of just get lost within yourself because there's not much life in those. Well, as far as I got when I was a youngster playing those games or attempting to. The fact that he also beat in under 30 hours with exploits too, it doesn't tell too much because he was cheating.
That's true.
So it might be at least, hopefully, double that.
Yeah, 60 hours. I'm okay with that.
And then also, let's see. Did you read anything from? I don't have the link. It might be gone at this point. He was putting up a bunch of videos and gameplay and whatnot. I think he put on a certain thread, which is gone now, about how he felt. Kind of like a preliminary review for the game.
I had not seen that. I saw the video of him playing for a little bit. I watched that for probably about 10 minutes. A spool from formerly of Funhouse, who is a No Man's Sky lover, and posted that, and he's like, "You didn't get this from me."
Yeah, it's pretty much everything I just mentioned before. Exploits. He said it's good. It's fun. It's what you expect. But if you're going into it expecting more than that, like some kind of crazy ass space adventure with some overshadowing story, I don't know. Like, it's not that. It's what exactly they were telling you. And if you're upset because of all the hype behind it, you blame Sony and not Sean and his team that have been working tirelessly on this game because you think it's going to be what you want, but it's still their game. It was just hyped the hell out because Sony put them out there in 3 fucking E3s, and now we're going to get this.
Oh, sorry, buddy. Oh, sorry. No, it's definitely partly Sony's thing. They have been kind of putting that out over and over again, but at the same time, I think No Man's Sky suffered from all the gameplay trailers that we saw. That there's so much like, here's gameplay. And I think we literally said this on the last gaming podcast, where it got to a point where I'm just like, I don't care anymore. Like, I don't.
That's a general feeling for the gaming community. It's just no one really gives a hoot.
No, it's like, and that was the whole part of No Man's Sky. But there's like this weird fine line between it, where if you don't show enough of the game, then you have people going, well, what is this game? And then if it's this cryptic secret, and then you get the game and it's not what you thought it was, then you're like, oh fuck. but if you show too much, then people go, well, I'm kind of bored of it now. Yeah. And it's really hard to do that. Like, the game industry just in general is hard to keep intrigue and hype and not ruin anything for anybody. Like, and at the same time, make sure people are feeling comfortable about spending $60 on whatever it is that you're advertising. Like, that's the thing. And I feel that people are now tentative to, at least for me personally, this is a personal thing, that I'm definitely more tentative to purchase this game. And I'm going to wait and see. I'm going to wait for about a month. I would maybe a few weeks, at least a few weeks before I decide, okay, No Man's Sky is the game I'm going to spend 60 plus hours on.
I'm going to treat it in the same light as I did with anything else that involves building or you don't have to put too much time into. So, I'll treat it like Overwatch. Play for an hour here or there, then put it down.
Yep.
Hour here or there, put it down.
Yep.
Nothing I have to put way too much time into. And hopefully it does take as long as Sean says it takes to get to the center of the universe. But as long as he's not pulling a Peter Molyneux thing, those are false promises about a weird game. The box, I forgot what the hell it's even called. It's that everyone's chipping away at some big box thing, trying to get to the middle of it. It was kind of a social game, if you will.
I don't think I'm aware of what game you're speaking of, to be perfectly honest. I have no idea. Peter, so wait, what, box game?
Yeah, the homeboy from Lionhead Studios, and creator of Fable, he made this game, and he wanted you to work together with everyone else to get to the middle of it, blah, blah, blah. The winner became the god of his next god game, and he gets money. All you need to know is that things went wrong. The guy didn't get his money, and Lionhead Studios shut down 3 years later.
Oh my god.
So I want to talk about the Vita. Rest in peace, my sweet, sweet baby child.
Or maybe this could be a revival.
So the Vita recently has been hacked. Home brewed, if you will. Just the same homebrew that I know for a fact everyone else is using their Nintendo Wii for. So I'm speaking y'all language right now. I'm not going to detail to do it. That's your business. You can fucking Google it. All you need to know is that it's still iffy right now. You're going to be able to play classic games, like Game Boy games. You can play fucking Doom on there.
Wow.
Probably some PlayStation 1 games, which you really don't need a homebrew it for. Unless it's Japanese and, do your thing. But right now, it looks like it's a good thing because when this happened for the PSP, sales started going up.
Really?
When that got hacked. So maybe this is the same thing for the Vita. Maybe the sales will continue to rise.
So
Scratch
that. Vita Island might actually turn into a chain of islands. And people might want to visit because there's so many islands and different beaches to explore.
This is Vita Island finally getting rations after 2 years.
Finally getting rations. that giant SOS they made out of rocks has finally come through. Oh, that's really funny.
I think the biggest, the downside to this, since it's still in the beginning stages, every time you turn it off, you have to reboot it. Kind of like the early stages for Nintendo's homebrew also. And you just gotta redo the thing and you'll get it.
Well, that's not too... Well, so for the Nintendo Wii, when it happened, we just had to hit the reset button and then it would have to reestablish itself. How long does it take to So by reboot, do you mean literally like have it go through like a long process of booting up?
Like you have to go through this again to do it.
Oh, Jesus.
Like it's gonna disappear.
My God. Oh,
yeah.
That's okay. Now that's kind of...
It's worse.
That's kind of a pain in the ass, yeah.
But once again, if you're down to do it, go ahead.
Hey, to each their own, man. And if you're going to get cool games and you're going to get a better... At least you feel like a better gaming experience out of it, then fucking go for it.
Just don't get caught. No. The next thing... That's all I can say.
This is on the down low.
All right. Short but briefly. Hello, Nintendo. You guys didn't think you could do a podcast without not talking about Nintendo in the coming months of the Nintendo NX coming out in March. I say November 2017. But the Nintendo faithful, you guys are getting your game in March. Toka said November. Are you all excited?
No.
Well, because why not? You getting the big guns.
Just tell the news and I will.
Joe Scrubbles,
so
awesome last name by the way, from IGN reports that the big guns are apparently coming out for the NX within 6 months of its release, of course. So let's just do the rundown right now of what games are confirmed for the NX so far. Once again, we got Just Dance, that was the first one. Breath of the Wild, fucking Sonic, and I thought there was one more. I think we can count Pokemon.
Yeah,
I'm for sure there will have to be a Pokemon game launching, or else there would be fact.
I would imagine they'd have to do the same thing. In Pokemon is Jesus, the fucking bear. Sorry, that scared the shit out of me.
And finally, they said that last week's reports are 100% accurate. That this handheld console version, when it breaks apart like a Kit Kat bar, you put it together, it can plug into a TV, and that's 100% accurate.
Yeah, I'm actually I heard everything you said at the same time. I'm watching, dude. Eloy, just run. Eloy shot poison gas and shot an exploding oil tank at that bear, and it didn't die. That thing is on fucking PCP.
It's got a mission.
Jesus Christ!
It's like Nintendo on its last leg.
Sorry guys, that was intense.
Oh, it's fine.
Oh man.
So Nintendo, I'm just still confused. It's just, look, I'm glad that these games are being confirmed, and they're saying that it's getting more third-party support from like Ubisoft and Warner Brothers and Square Enix. Like that's cool. Like they're focusing on third parties. I get it, but at the same time, you're saying that your biggest IPs are releasing within 6 months of your console releasing, when you damn well know that what sells your console on release is your IPs. And that was one of the problems that Wii U had at the start. Was it's like, here, we have this brand new console, play Nintendo Land. Fuck you. Like, I just fuck your Nintendo Land. Like, good. It was fun. It was fun. I'll give it its just due.
He said, "Fuck your Nintendo Land." Should this be the last time we bring up Nintendo on this podcast?
Dude, that's the thing is, it's like
you're closer and closer to death.
I am. My soul is slowly withering away and like just dying a little inside every time we bring this shit up. Like,
I can make you feel better.
Oh, how?
So one source also mentions that the power sits between a PS3 and a PS4.
That's okay, I guess.
And it's the intention of the console is to upgrade smartphone gamers rather than draw fans away.
Those don't exist.
From the PS4 and Xbox One.
Those don't exist.
Like, because Microsoft kind of tried to do the same thing. With their, take your tablet here, you can do whatever you want.
It's true.
Unfortunately, smartphone gamers do exist. It's not fun for people to say. I mean, as long as people are gaming, I'm cool with it. Play your shitty, cut the cope and all that garbage. But if they really want to strengthen the so-called smartphone gaming audience, then they're talking about Japan. They're talking about Homeland. Yeah. Because people here don't game like that. It's disposable gaming. That's what mobile gaming is in the West.
It is.
Except for Pokemon Go. That shit's tight. But other than that, I'm glad that they're once again coming out and saying that, hey, smartphone, K-Cop Bard console that you can take on the road with you, regaining your launches. Because that's what I was worried about when I was seeing Breath of the Wild. And nothing else at E3. I was like, all right, cool. Game looks dope. Where is everything else?
Yep.
Why are you shoving everything like this in people's faces? I was pacing around the fucking filing room at my job like, this is weird. I'm paranoid. What the hell's going on? Like, this is not satisfying what I want to see so far. No. But it makes sense why they did it. Because they don't want people to steal their ideas.
That's so childish. But
don't.
It's super like, I mean, we've literally talked about this. This is now, God, we've been on the NX, for goddamn near a year now.
Yeah.
And it's just, every time I hear something, I just go, I don't understand. Like, that's my thing. It's like, this could all work out in the end. I just don't get it, though. I just don't get where this stuff is coming from. Like, if you're getting Mario, and you're getting, let's say Metroid comes out. I don't know about Metroid being a launch game, but let's say Metroid comes out, or you got F-Zero, or you got another Star Fox, which probably won't happen because your last one sucked dick. Why would you wait 6 months after your console has come out? I just don't get it.
That's what I'm thinking. I was like, is it really 6 months after? Or
it's within.
So we're going to have just a spread of... So probably the least popular IP is coming out at the end of that 6 months. And we're going to get the most popular ones like, May... July and September, spread out probably, hopefully evenly. That's how I'm looking at it, as oddly optimistic. Not about this whole situation, just about this news right now.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, I honestly think this is some of the better news that we've gotten out of Nintendo recently. Has been a confirmation on what this console is going to be, as far as a console that maybe you can take over to your friend's house and go, look. Now I can bring literally my full console to your house, and I can plug it into your TV, and you can do all this crazy shit because you got your console too. Like, I don't know how it's gonna fucking work, but these are all good things because now we're getting an idea of what this console is.
Yeah.
As far as the games are concerned, it could work. I'm not saying it won't work. I just don't understand. If you're gonna have an IP that's coming out a month, 2 months after your console comes out, just wait 2 months for your console to come out, so then you have a launch game that people are down to get. But
they do Breath of the Wild, and
that's cool and all.
Next month or the two we'll get, because IPs aren't really bunched up together like that.
No, I obviously you have to separate them, but I feel you got to give Nintendo. This is me personally. You got to give the Nintendo fans something to be very excited for right off the bat. Breath of the Wild's a great start. So is Pokemon Sun and Moon. I just feel if these IPs are right there, why don't you just release?
So how soon would you want them?
Just wait, maybe like June. Like if you
for the console to come out.
So because let's say you got 6 months, or maybe even July. Like go halfway through where you have maybe 2 IPs. You have 2 big IPs. You have launch games, and you can give people some some versatility to their console and go, look, there's already a bunch of games I can play. This gives me a reason to buy this console where not only can I spend 60 plus hours on Breath of the Wild, I can spend, 30 plus hours on the new Mario game, or I can spend 30 plus hours on a new Metro. Like you can even do Zelda and then do like a less popular IP like F-Zero.
Like how long down the line?
Like I that's what I'm kind of saying is like release it in July. Let's say F-Zero comes out in July, then you just let Breath of the Wild and F-Zero come out together. I just don't understand.
Okay.
Look, I understand that they want to wait and make people do this stuff, but I feel like as Nintendo, if you're PlayStation, you can do this. If you're Xbox, you can do this. If you're Nintendo, where everyone's worried about what your games are going to be, how like your IPs, what you're gonna do, if you're gonna do some fucking gimmick, like just bring it out early instead of making people wait and go, I don't know what's going on, and then you get the game and you're like, well, this wasn't what I thought. Like, I would rather be disappointed early than wait more months to be more disappointed.
I gotcha.
So this is the most pessimistic view I possibly could give. Obviously, this is just all I've had to deal with Nintendo lately, and it's just like I don't want to go. I've been on a rant now for like fucking 5 minutes. So I'll stop here. But that's just my view.
Joe, NX sense, as they say. But
Aha.
as you know here, we like to help y'all save money. And along with that, so does Microsoft and Sony, and soon Nintendo.
Yeah.
So right now, in the month of August, there are some free games for PlayStation. There's some free games for fucking Microsoft. Unfortunately, Microsoft has a better end of the stick of what they got.
Really?
Fucking games that go. They've had for the last year.
They have had some pretty good games.
I think we went over the list, the full release list of the year for games like Gold and stuff like that. Like a couple. Remember we just talked about the comparisons of what Microsoft is giving out compared to like what PlayStation's giving out sometimes.
That is true, yeah.
It's garbage, but hey, that's the Sony life.
Sony Life, just getting garbage when you don't want garbage. Like, well, so PlayStation has released games that people didn't realize were going to be released. I think that's something you mentioned, that there was a lot of games like from Japan or games that got really good reviews and had a lot of attention paid to them when they came out, but PlayStation just didn't, I guess, give them the love they deserved until recently, where they're like, oh, hey, now these games that maybe not a lot of people know are back on the market, which is cool. But as you said, in terms of like a game that you're going to go out and spend a lot of money or spend a lot of time on, yeah, Xbox is totally fucking taking the cake.
So August for PS4 we have Rebel Galaxy, Tricky Towers, Ultratron. Then on the PS3, Retrograde, Ultratron again. Then Yakuza 5. On the Vita, Battlepon 3 and Ultratron. As everyone can guess, Ultratron is a cross-buy.
Yep.
And then for Xbox, you guys got No One Cares. Yeah, I said it. I done said it. No one cares. I'm just kidding. That's not the list done.
They still have the lesser powered console, at least in my opinion, or a less popular console. That's kind of one of, like, literally the first 20 minutes of this podcast was us looking at an update screen. Like,
beautiful update.
Like, again, we do boot this Xbox up maybe about once or twice a week. So
okay. And then in August we have Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate at least once or twice a month. WWE 2K16, hell yeah. Spelunky, and then Beyond Good and Evil HD. I would play all 4 of those games, and those are all free for the month of August. That's on the Xbox.
Yeah, that's a ridiculous change in pace. Like, yeah, those games you mentioned for the PlayStation are okay, but they're games I've never really heard of, and then you bring out those Xbox ones, and I know exactly what those games are.
Yeah, they went by a mile. So, is it time for the releases of the week?
Let's do it. All right.
Puppet Monkey Baby. Puppet Monkey Baby.
Maybe, baby.
For the week of, what is it? August 1st through the 7th, 2016.
Nope. So on Monday we had August 1st, we had Dead Island Retro Revenge come out for the Xbox One. Tuesday, the Division Underground DLC, Batman Telltale series, playing that. That game's fun. Abzu from the Maker's Journey. Layers of Fear Inheritance, Layers of Fear Masterpiece Edition for the Xbox One, both of those. Cannon Brawl for the PS4. Galgun Double Peace for the PS4 and the Vita. Laser Disco Defenders for the Vita. Nightmares from the Deep, The Cursed Heart, or The Cursed, if you'd like to say things like that, PS4. Overcooked for the PS4. Risk Urban Assault, PS4 and PS3. Tricky Towers for the Linux, Mac, PC, and PS4. Battleship, the Xbox One. And Risk Urban Assault for the Xbox One. And then I think you got Wednesday through Friday.
Ooh, we're grilling because Overcooked is coming to the Xbox One on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, Escape from Tarkov Alpha, Racing Clear Deadline. Then on Thursday, Ali Ali, the Epic Combo Edition, which I'm just assuming is the first and second game, coming to the PS4 in Europe. Then Friday, Little King's Story, coming on the PC. It's really weird this week, but luckily the Underground DLC comes out for The Division also. Well, it's a good game. People like The Division. I'm glad they're playing it. Yeah. Other than that, it's been a good week.
It's been for games. It's been I think all this Nintendo stuff and the Pokemon Go stuff seems to have a lot of negative stuff floating around it, me included, with a pessimistic view. I do think that this is a good sign for Nintendo. I do think that Nintendo's at least going somewhat in the right direction. It feels like. Just the direction itself scares me because of their track record.
Mobile games. And where can you find yourself on the interwebs?
You can find myself on twitch.tv/CJFerg691, on Twitter, at the Ferg91, at Bad Inputs on Instagram, and you can find our channel, Bad Inputs, on YouTube. And that's where all of us are.
For my black ass, you can find me on twitch.tv/TokaLurker. On Twitter, do TokaLurker. Just take out the ER, put a 1.5 on it. And of course, as Colin said, all our shit is on YouTube.com. Bad Inputs. Give it a search.
So is your name in Elite Speak Toka Lurkus?
No.
Toka Lurkus? You sure?
What,
Yeah, on Twitter. Because it's 15. No. It's on Elite Speak.
No, it's just
Toka Lurkus?
Someone took TokaLurk. No, I couldn't think of a good name. Goodbye.